Okay, back for another episode review of Loki, Series 2, Episode 3. The title of this episode called 1893. This episode aired last Friday. I think it's on the 20th of October, because Episode 4 aired 2 days ago. This episode lasted about almost an hour. I think it lasted about 56 minutes long. I'm talking about Episode 3, not Episode 4. We'll get to Episode 4 next time. Wow. Almost an hour. I don't know what Marvel Disney Plus show did an episode lasted about an hour. I'm not too sure. I don't want to get into it. But I kind of like this episode. It's my favorite episode so far, Series 2 of the show. We got the first appearance of the second series of Renslayer, Miss Minutes, and Kang, kind of. We'll get to those characters shortly. We got a good twist. Kinda. We'll get to that twist later on. There's a lot to talk about with this episode. And yeah, it's kind of like intriguing. Like I said, this is the first appearance of the second series for Ravonna. That's her name, Ravonna Renslayer and Miss Minutes. You could tell, like, in they spilled the beans in the last episode, saying, like, I think it was Casey brought that Miss Minutes is working with Renslayer, and she did, it's a girl because it's voiced by Tara Strong. She's a good voice actor, and I kind of like Tara Strong. I like her work, in different, like, whether it's in games, in TV shows, not too sure in films, I can't really find a film she's in, like a notable film. But anyway, in the start of this episode, you got Renslayer and Miss Minutes, place. I think Renslayer throw like an envelope to this house, the window of the house, and that boy is soon to be Kang. Yeah, it's funny, like in this series. I didn't really bring it up, but I'm gonna bring it up anyway. They referring Kang to Who Remains. For that, they call it Who Remains. That's kind of weird. Unfortunately, that's not really the real Kang. That's one of his variants. That's Victor Timely. I'll get to more of him shortly. Like the young Kang or Who Remains. I don't know why they did that, Who Remains, I think they're kind of going to expose Kang. Like I said, I'll get to more of that later on, but, it's funny, like, the whole bulk of this, throughout the whole episode, you could tell, like, the focus on one timeline, that's 1893. Like, in the beginning scene of this episode, Renslayer traveled to the year of 1868? I think that's still in the 18th century. This is about, I'm guessing that's about 25 minutes, 25 minutes earlier, before 1863. I'm gonna check it anyway. Yeah, that's 1868. So, yeah, that's about 25. There's got to be 25 minutes. Or, no, 26 minutes? No. Yeah, 25. It's got to be 25 years. Not 25 minutes. Sorry, my apologies. It's got to be 25 years, I'm trying to say. 1888, add 25 years. No. I think it's 15 years. No, it's 15 years. Got to be 15 years. No, it's not 15 years. It's 10. It's got, 1888. It's got to be, it's not, okay, 18, I'm going to do like a different way. 1893, that's the name of the episode and the year. Take away 25 years. Yeah, 25, I was right. 25 years. 1868. I guess saying 1888. It's got to be between 88, it's one or the other, man. Anyway, it's got to be it's between 1888 or 1868. It's one or the other, man. It's very confusing. It's in the 18th century, but anyway, so I'm glad they focus on staying into that 18th century, because in the first series of the show, they had this tie sequence that lasted about minutes. Great example, like in episode 2, Loki and Mobius travel to the place when Pompeii erupted, the mountain or the volcano erupted in Pompeii, and then later on in the episode they travel to the future when Loki meets Sylvie. That was only brief, but in this episode it's full length. It was last about, like I said, 56 minutes. Of this episode. I kind of like it. They're going back into that 18th century. I like the chemistry between Loki and Mobius. In this episode. Like Loki. It's funny. Like they kind of like train insults. Mobius described himself to, I can see anything. Loki says, I can't see anything with they're eating Cracker Jacks. I don't know what I thought I thought it was popcorn, but it's Cracker Jacks. I don't see Cracker Jacks around your face. Anyway. And also Loki describing the statues. I think Odin, Thor, and Bald the what's it called? What's it called? Balder the Brave. It's called. I'm guessing I might be wrong. I think it's that armor from Thor 1 from 2011. That Loki used. Anyway, I like Loki's rant about it. He didn't went over the board of it. He ended with one good line. Thor's not that tall. I don't know how tall. I think Tom Hiddleston's about 6'2". I'm guessing like Chris Hemsworth is about an inch taller. I'm not 100% sure. He's a tall man, Chris Hemsworth. I haven't met both Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth yet. That's be one of my bucket lists in the foreseeable future. Anyway, so their goal is trying to get trying to save the Loom. The Loom is about to, I don't know, I think it's over controlling. They need someone to access the Loom, stopping Renslayer. Victor Timely, played by Jonathan Majors. I like Jonathan Majors, man. I think he's starting to grow on me. Like in the first my first appearance was Loki. In the series finale of the first series, and then he's put in the third Ant-Man film, and then he's put in Creed. He's a good actor. There's rumors like he's quitting. I don't want to talk about it, but in this episode, he's a bit dorky. I don't know if it's an actual Victor Timely. I think it's meant for the show. I think it's trying to be a mixture of Thomas Edison and Albert Einstein all into one. Seeing like Jonathan Majors with a big wig and the mustache, that's kind of a bit dorky. Anyway, he's kind of I'm guessing this character is the inventor of the Loom. And then it's funny, like I think this guy called Richard Barron. He's called. Richard Barron. Timely sold Baron the prototype of the Loom, and it suddenly broke. It kind of like it's malfunctioning, and I think he sold another invention to another person. I'm not too sure. You can tell like he's a social pariah because his inventions kind of backfire. There's some funny in this episode. And also there's one scene like there was this tall dude with the top hat. Loki stepped on his foot. He asked him to challenge him to go outside, but instead Loki kind of made him disappear. And Mobius says, "The amazing Loki." I'm guessing this is centuries away from the Stuart times. The Salem witch times. Because that's witchcraft and wizardry. No pun into Harry Potter, but that's back in the day. If you do magic, you end up burned to the stake or whatever, or get beheaded or whatever. Just whatever. But this is like centuries. I don't know what centuries, about 15th, 14th, something like that. I'm not too sure. Anyway, so it's funny that the guy with the top hat ended up like into this pig cage. I think the pigs are like a main attraction. It's funny, like in the getaway. I think it was a getaway or something like that, or chasing Renslayer or something like that. I'm not too sure. Like Mobius got to get a tendon by, and then he wants Loki to sit on the basket, and Loki says absolutely not. I could say that I want to see more of the the trading insults between Loki and Mobius. There's some good chemistry with Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston. Yeah. So we got you can tell like Ravonna Renslayer, she's kind of like manipulator. Yeah, manipulates Timely that they kill previous variants. I don't think that's Loki. That's probably Sylvie. I don't know. We're getting a lot of variants in this series of Kang. In the first series, there's a lot of variants of Loki, a great example in the 5th episode of the first series. I'm not too sure. I don't know if Sylvie is the variant of Loki. I'm not too sure. They both dress up like Loki. They both wear green, but I don't know. I'm not too sure. But anyway, so like I said, this show is covering the multi-universe of Marvel. This is before What If and then Spider-Man No Way From Home. So anyway, yeah, Sylvie, I'm gonna use wrestling terms. I think she's leaning heel because she wants to kill Kang, kill the normal Kang. I'll get to the normal Kang later on, but like, she's leaning. You can tell, like, Loki in this episode or this series, like trying to like calm down Sylvie. Sylvie and Lang. Sylvie, I keep calling him Lang. Sylvie and Loki. You can tell like they're not on the same page. I'm hinting that they'll soon be on the right page. Don't know if they're gonna push in this love interest thing. I don't know. I think it could. Or are they gonna be friends? This is kind of like a big mystery and a big question mark on people's heads. Because I like these type of shows, since they've been doing it since 2021, that, make sure they're keeping the guests, keeping the fans, guessing what's going to happen next, instead of like, if you watch Netflix, it's like, yep, you watch the next one after you watch the previous episode. This is just once every week. I kind of like that. So anyway, yeah, the fighting in the Ferris wheel. After you got Baron chasing, Timely. It's funny parts later. This is minutes after that. Like you had Baron and his men and Loki and Mobius. It's funny. Like Loki cast the green spell to blast them away. Not blast them away, kind of push them away. And then Baron says, "Oh, it's all yours." That kind of laughed at. But anyway, you had this, I don't call it a fight, you could tell, like, at this moment in time, Sylvie thinks Loki cares about ruling. I think at this moment in time, Loki is, at this moment in time, move away from becoming a king, because, like in the end of the first episode, not the first episode, the 5th episode of the first series, the series finale of the previous series, that, like, Sylvie thinks Loki, he cares about ruling, becoming a king, like, preventing Sylvie stopping to kill Kang. She ended up killing the normal Kang, but I think at this moment in time, so Loki's moving away from it. He cares about saving the TVA, saving the space-time continuum. I think that at this moment in time, we'll get more of that later on. So, like, there was one twist. There was kind of like one twist, like you could tell, like Renslayer and Timely, aka Kang, they're on a boat, they say partnership because, like Renslayer's plan to restore the TVA, and the next thing she's woken up on another boat. They're funny, they're on this normal paddling boat, even though they're taking the cruise. It's kind of weird. And then also she's on the boat, Miss Minute says, like I said, partnership, I'm guessing and speculating that, Renslayer is gonna rule them. She's gonna be like, I'm ruling, I'm gonna be, it's me now, it's me. Both of them are lightweights, but instead, I think the twist is gonna be Miss Minutes, I think, like, referring to that, Renslayer is, she's dead weight, she's the wink link, Weak Link. Yeah, Weakest Link. I know it's Weakest Link, Weak Link, and Weakest Link. It's the same thing, but yeah, Miss Minutes. You know, I don't know. This is kind of weird. You know, like it's really hard in the first. You know, this is one thing about doing a second series or doing a sequel of a film. You've got to focus on new character development. You know, like in the first series, you know, you could tell like she's part of the TVA. I don't really call her a babyface or a heel. I think she's kind of like a tweener. But like in this series, you know, series 2, you know, she is a full blown heel. Yeah, I'm referring that, you know, Miss Minute sees Renslayer as a she is the weak link. You know, she cares about ruling the TVA. Blah blah blah. She didn't really say blah blah blah, but you know, like in the other scene, I think they're in this I don't know, it's a laboratory. I think they arrived to their lab in Wisconsin. Like Miss Minute says, you know, she said to Timely that, you know, she wants to rule with a body, even though she's just a normal like clock, you know. I don't know. I can see her going in that physical form. I don't know. It's gonna be Tara Strong, you know. Even though is it gonna be actress with Tara voice dubbed, or vice versa, you know. Yeah, I can see her. I think it's kind of a good twist, you know. I don't know. Is it going to be leading it to a payoff? Who knows? You know, it's hard to tell, but you can tell like Timely. You can tell like it's not Kang. I don't think that's the real Kang the Conqueror. Like it's a different variation of himself. You know, Nathaniel. What's his name? Nathaniel Phillips. I'm guessing, like I said, I think it's the last series, or not last series, the last episode. I think it's 2 or 1 or both. I say like comparing Kang the Conqueror to Vandal Savage. You know, they're both similar. You know, that's why I compare Kang to Vandal Savage. You know, they're both similar. They're both like time traveling person. You know, like I've seen Justice League Doom. You know, Kang used to be a caveman. You know, I think it's the powers of the asteroid giving the power to speak, evolve quickly. I don't know. They need to do more of that backstory of him. You know, but anyway, you can tell with Timely. I don't think he cares about ruling. You know, like you can tell, like Ravonna, like manipulate him, saying you'll create the TVA. Really. Like putting things in his head, trying to say, "Oh, they're trying to kill you. They killed your variants." You know, I don't think we're getting more variants. You know, like I said, we've got 3 episodes. 4, haven't seen 4 yet, but I don't know, man. They could see more variants. You know, I don't know. It's funny, like they're doing 6 episodes. I wish they'd do more. I think they should have done more. You know, like I feel like spread out the episode more. You know, you get more of the story. But that's just me. Anyway, so yeah, like, look, I don't know. And the one thing is confusing. I think my gut feeling that I think this, like, the one flaw about this series, like series 2, that it's gonna have too much villains. That's the problem with some movies and superhero movies. Like, great example, Spider-Man 3. There's going to be too many villains, and it's confusing with the viewer. You know, if you watch this show every week on Disney Plus, which one's the main villain? Like the main villain in series 1 is Ravonna Renslayer, but in the episode that's series 1. But in series 2, it's very confusing. Is it Miss Minutes? Is it Renslayer? I don't think it's Kang. You know, I don't think we're getting Kang, the normal Kang. I think I said it in my last episode review, or the first episode review of the second series of the show. I'm saying they're saving. I think they're gonna save the normal Kang for a future project. You know, I think they're overexposing the character. You know, I'll get to more of that a bit later on. You know, I'm trying to keep this episode review short. Try to keep it like a 20-30 minute time episode review. Yeah, they're trying to. I think they're exposing him too much. Like, I don't know what year is the Avengers Kang's Destiny. I think it's 2025 or 2026 or 2027 or 2028. I don't know, man. I might check it up. You know, it's like I don't know, man. It's been what 4 years since the last Avengers film, but we have to wait a bit longer. It's just what it is. Anyway, you could tell like this version of Kang, he doesn't really care about it. You know, he's showing like his the book, the TVA guidebook. He's showing his blueprint of his inventions. You know, like you could tell like Kang. Yeah, it's funny like with Miss Minutes trying to kiss Kang. You know, even though she's just a walking, just a walking, just a walking clock. You know, and I think like in early on in this episode, you know, she made the headline. She's this ghost clock, you know, and then suddenly, you know, the ghost clock, you know, appears, scaring out the people in this. I think this is a fair or something. Will Ferrell, I'm not too sure about this. This is probably, I think it's before the Chicago fire. That's later on. I don't know if it's in the 18th century, still in the 18th, I think it's in the 19th century, I'm not really too sure on it. You know, someone write down in the comment section what year did the Chicago fire started. Anyway, so, you know, yeah, like I said earlier, she wants to rule, you know, kind of manipulate timely that you and I can rule. She wants to create a body, you know. We don't know. I don't know. I think I'll let it play out, you know. But anyway, so yeah. Sylvie. Yeah, Sylvie. I think Sylvie. I get she wants to kill Kang's variants, you know, because the TVA, you know, because Kang created the TVA. The TVA took her life, you know. She's trying to, like, she never got a chance to, like I said in the second episode review, the review of the second episode, like, I think she, never got a chance to live her own life, you know, the TVA took her as a little child, as a little kid, and then she spent most of her, like, her teenage years and, early adult years, you know, and probably in her early 20s, you know, hiding from the TVA, the TVA, she never got her chance to live her own life, you know. I think, but I don't know. I think sometimes I think her heel turn is a bit forced, but I get it, you know. She's frustrated, you know. Loki, you know, yeah, she thinks like Loki's care about the TVA, but all she care, you know, like and ruling, even though Loki, this version of Loki, she did, at this moment in time, he doesn't really care about ruling, you know. He doesn't care about ruling, like, a planet, you know. I think that ship is sailed, you know. Even though this is the 2012 Loki, this is not like Dark World to Ragnarok to Infinity War when he got killed off. The original Loki, this is the 2012, you know. He's when this is a from Avengers 1 to this show. So anyway, I think my gut feeling that, you know, I don't see, to me personally, I don't want to see Sylvie getting killed off. Like, I think, well, like going back to the Secret Invasion show, I think killing off both Talos and Maria Hill, that is completely fucking stupid. You know, I like, what's her name? Sophia DiMartino, I think that's her name. She's a good actress, you know, I want to see her sticking around, you know, depending if they do a third series of the show. I don't think her story's told yet, you know, I don't know. So, but anyway, see, you thought like the teasing, like, the original Timely's gonna get killed off. She's grabbing his sword, you know. He said like, you know, you don't know me. You have to I'll make you choose your own. Was it? I'll make you choose your own choice, or make your own choice. And she's trying to say, I'm trying to remember the dialogue. Yeah, I think he said like, yeah, Timely says, I'll make you choose your choice. You know, I think he's persuading not to kill him. Say, you know, even though like, you just want to like get her life back on track. You know, but you can tell this Kang is not. Oh, I'm gonna rule ruling this time. I'm gonna take over the universe. Blah blah blah. It's just like an inventor. You know. even though he's a bit dorky. He's a mixture of Thomas Edison and Albert Einstein, but I don't know. You can tell like she cried. You can tell like it spared timely, went to the minute door. I'm guessing going back to the timeline to the TVA to fix the loom. I'll get to more of that when I get to episode 4 next time. I'll do it before episode. I said it in my previous episode reviews. I'll do it before the next episode aired, but I never do it. I promise I will do it. I will review episode 4, because I think episode 4 is 51 minutes. This episode is 56 or maybe 53. I think it's 56. I'm not too sure. It's nearly an hour's long. Anyway, you thought you thought Sylvie's going to kill Renslayer, but instead kicked her in the gut. Said I killed you many times in her dream. I think referring to like killing Renslayer, that is absolutely too easy. I think like in the episode, I think it was episode 5 or 4 of the first series of the episode. Like I said in the previous episode review, like I think Renslayer was a Minutes Man before she became one of the suits of ties of the TVA. Like, yeah, she kind of kicked us Renslayer to another timeline, and that's the timeline when she killed Kang. Seeing Kang's body, I think it's months later, I don't know how, I think or maybe a year, I don't know what timeline, they never show, like, the year, I think that's the end of time, seeing, like, Kang's body is so decomposed, Like I said, I think I compared him to Fandal Savage, he never dies, he died, I think, like, because I'm a big fan of Legends of Tomorrow, he gets killed off, he comes back, maybe it's a different variants, timelines of his character, I'm like, it's a shame I don't have now, I might review one day Legends of Tomorrow. I think that's a good, I like that, Legends of Tomorrow, that's a good show, I gave up watching the, after the Puppets of Tomorrow thing, that's a bit, I think that's goofy and shit. Yeah, it's basically just like it's just basically the Legends people just doing goofy shit, man. Not taking it super seriously, even though he has some funny comedy moments in that show, but it's just too much goofy shit. Like, the fighting, like the fairy godparent, the fairy godmother, and a man-eating leprechaun. Give me a fucking break, man. But, yeah, I'm guessing, like, you can tell, like, Renslayer and Miss Minutes, seeing, like, the corpse, that, I'm guessing, like, they're on the right page, they're going to be on this, they're working together again, because, Miss Minutes betrayed her, betrayed her in the early on of this, episode, but, like, I'm guessing, I don't know what their plan is. Are they going to kill Sylvie because, I don't know this relationship between Ravonna and Kang. Are they boyfriend and girlfriend? Are they relatives? We don't know. Simply, we don't know. There's more to talk about. And also, there's one funny part in the beginnings of the episode. With the Marvel intro, it's more classical and it's fucking good. I kind of like it, because this episode's 1893. They're going to that classic times, black and white era. I don't know. Is it before black and white cartoon, black and white films? I'm not too sure. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's during the beginning period. I'm not 100% sure. So, yeah, I kind of like to wrap up this episode review of the show. Of this episode, my apologies, episode. Jesus Christ. But anyway, to wrap up this episode review, yeah, I think this is a good episode. I kind of like intrigued. I thought this is going to drag out and be dull and boring. No, I don't think it's dull and boring. I think it was good. I wish why they did it 56 minutes. I wish they cut it down to 40 minutes, but that's just me. But anyway, so far I reviewed 1, 2, 3 of the second series. We got 4, 5, 6 to go, because this is a 6-episode series, like the first series of Loki. It's been a good series so far of the first half. You can tell they're doing a slow build of it. I don't know what's the payoff of it, until I review episode 4, But yeah, it's been a good series. Yeah, I hope so far. Series 2 of Loki's been good. The last 3 Marvel Disney Plus shows has been disappointed. Yeah, like Ms. Marvel was a bit dull and boring. It was a disappointing show. She-Hulk: Attorney at Law. I liked 1 or 2 episodes of that show, but it was going in that comedy route. Route. My apologies. Going to that comedy route was the wrong direction. Secret Invasion, I'm gonna say that is the worst episode. That's gotta be the worst show they ever produced. It's just proving like not all Marvel Disney Plus shows are gonna be a smash hit. So, but I think the second series of Loki, I think it's been good. Didn't really disappoint me yet. They're building something. They're technically building something. I'm waiting until episode 6. Before that, haven't seen episode 4 yet. That'll be later on in the week, so stay tuned for that. So, anyway, folks, thanks for watching, folks. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash that button, click the like, click the bell. Subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. Be part of the Central Unit for more recipe videos and more. And watch my previous, not just the previous episode reviews of Loki of the second series, the first series, other Marvel Disney Plus shows I do over the last 2 years with WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, What If, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Ms. Marvel, and She-Hulk: Eternity Law, and also the last Marvel Disney Plus show that was The Secret Invasion. So yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time for the 4th episode review of the second series of Loki. That'll be, like I said, later on in the week. Stay tuned for that. And this is Essential Man officially signing out.